Hello chess fans, fans of a beautiful game. This is Chess to Impress. Peter Svidler was a last-minute replacement for Vladimir Kramnik, who suffers from back problems for the 2016 Sinquefield Cup. He had no time to prepare, he flew in at the last minute and lost the first two games. He did not want to attribute it to Jetlag, but that must have played a role. This is the game from the first round where he plays black against Veselin Topalov, former FIDE world champion. It's the position after 25 h2 h3. Let's look at the position. Both contestants have queen, rook and knight and 5 pawns, and the position is about equal. Rook b3 is the best move here, attacking the queen. Then, for example, queen f4, rook b5, and a few pawns of both white and black will fall, and the position will most likely end in a draw. Svidler said afterwards that he had seen this, but he thought that with rook b4 instead of b3, he would more forcefully make a draw. He had seen the move queen c3, which is an obvious move as it attacks two pieces. Both the rook on b4 and the knight on c6 are now hanging. But he had seen that with knight takes d4, a nice combination, he could keep the position equal. But when Topalov played the move queen c3, it was clear from the body language from Svidler that he now saw that he had missed something. There was no other way, so he had to take on d4, because one of his pieces will fall anyway because of the double attack. And after queen takes b4, he had planned to win back the rook with knight e2 check. And after king h1, actually Svidler resigned here because he saw he had made a mistake in his calculation. Why did he resign? Because he has to take the rook back as said, and then queen b8 check, and if the king goes to f7, then there's queen takes c7 check, winning the knight. Svidler had seen that, but as he said afterwards, he had missed that after the move king h7, there is queen b1 check, also winning the knight, and that's what he had missed. It does win the knight because the only move here is knight d3, saving the knight, but then there is knight e1, and because of the pin, white will win the black knight anyway. Svidler resigned, and here you see an extract from an interview done by Grandmaster Maurice Ashley, and here Peter Svidler talks about this in his own words.
Is the only move that wins, but that's immaterial. I mean, instead of rook b4, I think rook b3 probably holds, and I had seen rook b3, but then I spotted this idea of playing rook b4, and I thought it makes a draw sort of more by force. It limits his opportunities to more or less this entire line. And for some reason in my head, after queen b8 checking h7, I just automatically took on c7 for white. And then black plays knight b3, and there's not a single issue. And when Veselin played queen c3, I suddenly realized what will happen, but there's no turning back at that point. But yeah, I mean, a bit of an unnecessary error.
The day after, in the second round on the 6th of August 2016, Svidler was black again. You know, being jet-lagged and then starting with 2 black games in such a high-level tournament is not easy. And Svidler faced Levon Aronian. This is the position after 43, king c6 to d6 from Svidler. He played a good game, but in the end game made a few mistakes, did not activate his king quickly enough. And here Aronian played knight a4 to b2, and Svidler resigned. There was some talk, why did he resign? Is it a bit early to resign? He's only a pawn down and there's not much material left. And Svidler has been known to sometimes resign too early. He once resigned in a game that was a forced draw, and his opponent Kramnik thought, did I offer a draw? But in fact he didn't, and Svidler resigned, and Kramnik then showed Svidler how the position was a draw. So Svidler has that tendency, but in this case he didn't. The position is completely over at the level that these people play at. And here you hear Peter Svidler in his interview afterwards explain why this position is an easy win for white.
Not really very difficult. You bring the knight to d3, you bring the pawn up to b5, and then you start creating combined threats. Let's say you could try going with the king towards b5, a6, even if black allows that. And then at some point you force black to play e6, e5, and then everything falls. The moment the pawn on e6 is forced to go to e5, white can swap the b pawn for the e pawn and win easily. No, I mean, once the knight lands on d3, there's really not very much left to play.
So bad start for Peter Svidler, the 7 times Russian champion in the Sinquefield Cup, which is the 3rd installment of the Grand Chess Tour 2016. I made videos on the first 2 installments held in Paris in France and in Leuven in Belgium. There are videos number 41 to 48 on my channel, so if you want you can have a look at those. And I'll come back on my next video with more highlights from the 2016 Sinquefield Cup. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my channel. This is Chess to Impress. Thank you for watching.